Hi guys, my name's Stefan. I'm just going to go through a couple of Pilates exercises using a chair today, so join me if you can, and yeah, enjoy it. So we're going to start with the chair, so you just grab yourself any chair and then you're just going to put it near your mat, and we're just going to start by putting the hands onto the chair. We'll just start to walk the legs out behind you, and we're just going to slowly start to sink the chest between the shoulders. Just stretching into the shoulders, into the hamstrings a little bit, and just letting your chest hang here. And then we're going to slowly just arch the spine up like an angry cat towards the ceiling. And then we're going to let the chest sink through again for me. Just dropping the chest, stretching into those hamstrings. Let the neck stay nice and long. And we're going to arch the spine up like an angry cat again for me. And we'll sink through, maybe a little bit further now. Just go within your range. And let's arch the spine up like an angry cat. And we're going to sink through. Let's do one more like this. And we're going to arch up, up, up. And let's sink all the way through. Just a nice stretch here, holding the stretch for 2 breaths. And last one. And we'll just slowly come out of that. Good work. Okay, we're going to make our way down onto our mat. You'll be facing your chair now for me. And we'll just slowly start to bring our feet onto the chair. So heels will be on the chair. And then the arms are next to your side for me. We're pressing the feet or the heels down into the chair for me. We'll start and finish with a neutral pelvis. We're going to take a breath here. And then we'll slowly tuck the tail. And we'll start to lift the hips up, 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 pressing them nice and high. We hold it here for a breath. And then we slowly roll that spine back down all the way. And we unravel into neutral. So if this is too difficult, just take your feet off the chair. Otherwise, we'll carry on. Let's tuck the tail for me, and you're going to articulate your spine, pressing the hips nice and high again for me. We hold it there, and we'll slowly roll back down all the way, and we finish in neutral. Let's do 2 more, and let's tuck the tail. We roll the hips up. We hold it nice and high, and we'll slowly roll back down. Hamstrings are working hard. And last one, let's draw the abdominals in. You tuck your tail, and we lift the hips nice and high. We hold it here, and we'll slowly roll all the way down, and we'll unravel back into neutral for me. Good work. You're going to slowly just make your way up into seated for me. You're going to take your feet out in front of you, and we're just going to hook the feet around the legs of the chair. You're going to take the arms out in front of you, start and finish with a flat back. Now we're going to tuck the chin to the chest, and we're going to slowly roll the spine down and forward, reaching the hands between the feet just underneath your chair. We hold it here. And we're going to slowly unravel the spine, and we'll flatten out the back. We take a breath here, and we'll tuck the chin to the chest, and we'll slowly roll down and forward, reaching through between the feet. And we'll unravel, and we finish with a flat back. Last 2, and let's tuck the chin, and we'll roll down and forward, reaching away. And we'll slowly unravel the spine and finish in your flat back. And last one, let's tuck the chin to the chest, and we roll down and forward, reaching long. We hold it here, and we'll slowly unravel the spine, and we'll finish off with a flat back. And we'll release the arms here, and we'll bend the legs, and we'll just slowly come out of this into a kneeling position. Okay, facing your chair, and then you'll just gauge where you need to be for our next movement. So you're going to place your hands on the chair. If you need to, you're going to push your chair against a wall or a solid surface. If you're scared the chair is going to move away from you. You're going to keep your knees on the floor, and then from here, you're going to keep in a long straight line for me, and we're going to lower down towards the chair, and we're going to press away. And we lower, and we push away. And we lower, and we move. Let's do 3 more. Good, and for 2. And last one. And let's push back into a press stretch. Just pushing your bum onto the heels and just keeping your hands on top of the chair for me. Let's hold it here for another 2 breaths. And last one. And we'll slowly come out of that. We come back into our kneeling position. We're going to take the left leg out the front. And now we're just holding on the chair where you need to. If you need to hold higher, that's fine. Or if you can hold out in front of you, wherever you feel comfortable. We're going to start to shove the back leg into the ground for me as hard as you can. And then from here, we're going to lift the back leg and grab onto the foot for me. We're stretching into our quad. So if this isn't available to you, or you're not able to get this foot up for me, all we're going to do is we're going to come around to the back side of your chair, and we're just going to grab onto that quad, and we're going to stretch like this. Okay, but if you can, we're going to keep holding our stretch. Just breathing nice and deeply here, and trying to tuck the tail underneath you like a naughty dog as you stretch into this quad. Let's hold it here for 1 more breath. And we'll slowly release here. We'll change over to the other side. So now we'll take the right leg out the front. We'll grab the left leg. And now we're just going to hold this quad stretch, keeping the chest nice and high. And now trying to tuck the tail underneath you just to deepen into that stretch. Should be feeling it into that thigh, maybe a little bit up at the top near the hip. And we're just holding the stretch. Let's hold it for 2 more breaths. And last one. And we'll just slowly release there for me. Good work, everybody. Now from here, I'm going to turn to have your one hand on the chair for me. And then we're going to take the other opposite leg out and away from you. Okay, now this opposite hand, we're just going to keep it on the hip for me. And this hand is just relaxing. If you need to drop further down onto your chair, that's fine. We're going to lift this leg up for me. And then we're going to flex the foot forward. We're going to bring it out in front of you. We point the foot back, back. We bring the foot forward, forward. And we point the foot back, back. We come forward, forward. And we go back, back. Should be biting in the glute now. And we come back, back. Last one. Forward, forward. Back, back. We bring the leg to the middle. And we're going to pulse up towards the ceiling for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And we're going to slowly lower there. Good work. And then we're going to do the same thing on the other side. I'm just going to move my chair so I can still be in view of the camera. Obviously, you can just spin around. We're going to take the left leg out the side now. We're going to bring the left hand onto the hip. We're going to lift the left leg, we flex the foot, we come forward, forward, we point, back, back, and forward, forward, back, back, forward, forward, back, back, forward, forward, back, back, last round, forward, forward, back, back, come back to center, and we pulse 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And we come back onto our knees. Those glutes should have been working nice and hard there. Okay, last two movements. We're going to come up onto our chair for me. And then we're going to slowly start to slide yourself to the edge of your chair. Getting the palms of your hands onto the chair and your fingers wrapped over the front of your chair. You'll slowly just slide your bum off of the chair for me. You can either keep your knees bent here, or if you want to challenge yourself, you can straighten the legs out in front of you. But from here, we're just going to bend at the elbows and we push away. And we lower and lift. Lower and lift, working hard into those arms. And we move. And last 4. And for 3. And for 2. And last 1. And we're going to slowly come out of that back onto our mat. Nice work, everybody. Now last movement, we're going to finish off just with a small extension into our back. We're going to lie down on our tummies, and then the arms are moving out in front of you. We're just going to hold onto the legs of the chair, just lifting the arms up so that about in line with your ears when you're hovering your face here for me. Now keeping the arms where they are, we're going to lift head and chest here for me, and we're going to lift the legs off the ground, and we're going to lower back down just to hover. And we lift head and chest, lift the legs, and we lower back down. And we move, and we lower. Let's do 2 more. And last one. And then from here, we're going to push ourselves all the way back into your prayer stretch. Bum all the way onto the heels for me. Fingers reaching forward. And we're just breathing nice and deeply here. Just releasing the back if it was catching. 2 more breaths here. And last one. You're just going to come out of that. Well done, everybody. Good work.